Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. So we're seeing the media pushing certain people. Like Mario Cuomo seems so presidential, right? And here in California, Gavin Newsom gave a speech yesterday where he talked about all the things that California needs. He's talking about we're opening up hospital beds. He literally did the speech in the Sleep Train Center, which is the arena in Sacramento where the Sacramento Kings play. They're an NBA basketball team. All of those arenas have been shut down because none of the sports leagues are playing, obviously. So he's like, and you saw construction people in the background, and it's like, okay, that's, he's talking about we're going to get this many beds here. We want to get up to 50,000 beds to be ready because California's like bracing for this big surge, this big uptick, right? And nobody wants to have it get as bad as New York City. Which is okay, that's what you should be doing. That's what the leaders should be doing. And this is how he's presented. California Governor Newsom says more tests coming. State asks public for medical supplies. This was April 4th. And they present him in this very positive light. Right? So that was April 4th, which was Saturday. Yesterday, he gave the speech talking about opening up hospital beds. And you watch him speak and you go, okay, all right. Boom, that's all right. He sounds like, all right. But here's the thing the mainstream media didn't cover. California issues first new fracking permits since July. That also happened Saturday, April 4th. The decision to issue permits angered environmental groups who say the process pollutes groundwater and the air. And again, even the reporting of this story is that bullshit corporate media like, well, there's two sides to it. These environmental groups don't like fracking. These people say fracking's okay. You decide. Like they can't even go, this is bullshit, this is criminal. He's using the COVID pandemic to get this passed through, right? That's Gavin Newsom. See this? This is from NPR. Wow, he looks so presidential. Here's what he's really doing, fucking us with fracking. Do you think we need more fracking-induced earthquakes or contaminated water? Would that be good during a pandemic? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. So tell me, is a fracking-induced earthquake, is an explosion, is that good for a pandemic? People are already scared and can't work and money's tight and shelves are empty. Is that good? It's Gavin Newsom is a Democrat. He's a fake fucking progressive. He's another neoliberal. California halted all fracking permits last year after Governor Gavin Newsom fired the state's top oil and gas regulator after a report showed new wells increased 35% since Newsom took office. So he got caught. Fracking as usual, baby. You know who sent me this? The Sunrise Movement sent me this. I'm on their mailing list. And the Sunrise Movement, which is largely young people, teenagers into their early 20s, they got no time for this Democratic Party, especially in California, because this is a blue state, right? It's run by the Democratic Party. The state assembly, it's all Democrats. The Congress, the Senate, and the federal level, all Democrats. The governor's a Democrat, right? The last time we had a Republican governor was jackass Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he replaced an utterly corrupt Gray Davis, Democratic. Right? So he got busted. The Sunrise Movement has been so critical of him, and good for them, good for the Sunrise Movement. So when he got caught, he's like, oh boy, we got to stop this, and acted all like, whoa, gee, how did this happen? Golly woo, I'm going to do something, gave a tough speech, and lies. California issued 24 hydraulic fracturing permits on Friday. Gee, no one's talking in the middle. It's like Cuomo shut down all those hospital beds. And I don't see anybody on MSNBC take a break from sucking his dick to fucking talk about how many goddamn hospital beds he shut down while New York is really taking the brunt of this. They're stacking up bodies in hospitals in New York. He shut down hospital beds. He should be getting crucified during this. Instead, they're trying to say how presidential he is. Gavin Newsom, they're trying to stroke him. The Democratic leadership would love Newsom or Cuomo to be up in the White House. Fracking permits. In the middle of a pandemic, no one's talking about this. I am. That's why you're here. That's why you need a comedian wearing a podcast t-shirt in his apartment is the best news you're going to get. Because you know this earpiece, this is just for me to hear clips. There's not a producer in there going, oh, stop telling the truth. I'm not wearing a three-piece suit because I don't get paid that kind of cash. I got to wear a free t-shirt. In November, the California Geologic Energy Management Division asked for an independent scientific review of its permitting process. The Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory completed that review, and Friday the state issued 24 permits. This independent lab that gets money from construction, oil, and blah, blah, blah. Independent. This is the scam. This is the fake scam. Oh, well, independent lab. They say it's safe. Oh, God, like the oil lobby didn't infiltrate this lab. 24 permits to area and as well for the wells in North Belge and South Belridge oil fields in Kern County near Bakersfield. So I've been to Bakersfield numerous times. There's kids I'm a big brother to, lives up there. It's very working class, Bakersfield. And it doesn't have a lot of wealthy people. Because you couldn't set these goddamn fracking wells up in like Marin County or where all the money is in Silicon Valley. You couldn't set this up there. You couldn't set this up in Simi Valley, in Bel Air, in Thousand Oaks, in any of the wealthy areas in Southern California or Northern California. No way. Why is that? Is it just they're the best ones? Fracking the poor. This was from about 4 years ago. A 5-month investigation, 6 years ago, November 2014. A 5-month investigation reveals that fracking operations in California are disproportionately concentrated in poor communities of color. There's the Democratic Party, boy. So inclusive, so diverse. And maybe causing alarming health effects. Why isn't everybody screaming about this? Because the oil companies buy ad time on the big media. Healthcare companies spend money on advertising in the media. So actually, this pandemic hysteria is probably good for their business. Everyone's like, we need more masks, we need a vaccine, and pharmaceutical companies going to show up. It's probably going to be one of Bill Gates' companies and go, oh, look, we got a vaccine. Everyone's going to get, hey, they're heroes, and it's going to be, they're using this for money. If the corporate media and all the politicians in this country and around the world treated climate collapse the way we're treating this pandemic, we could actually defend. We could defend this planet from extinction. We could defend the human race from extinction. Nah, we're just going to stick it to the poor people, and we're going to do that. So this is from 6 years ago. So these 24 fracking permits that Gavin Newsom just approved on Friday, April 4th, in the middle of the pandemic hysteria. LA's going to get hit. LA's going to get hit. Oh, by the way, here's a little. See how these are always used as distractions, right? We had impeachment. We got Russia. We're not talking about Epstein. We're not talking about climate collapse. Trump fracking plan targets over 1 million acres in California, including Kern County. This was about a year ago, April 26th. So Gavin Newsom was real before the pandemic, all tough talk. Trump's bad, Trump's bad. He's done but that's all talk. That's professional wrestling, baby. They're both getting paid by the oil folks. He's in bed. Look at this. This is the Democratic Party. Here's a quote from a consumer watchdog group about what just happened with the 24 permits on Friday, April 4th, 2020. Again, Trump was fracking a year ago. Everyone was okay with it. Gavin Newsom got busted in July and was like, ooh, we better shut down all those fracking permits. Hey, we're in the middle of a pandemic. No one will notice if we open up some fracking. No one will notice. With the entire state shut down and kids out of school, what purpose could approving these fracking permits have now other than to do a solid for the oil industry when no one is watching. Jamie Court, president of Consumer Watchdog. Hey, oil companies, I know you're hurting because nobody's driving their cars anymore, but here's 24 permits just to wet your whistle. I got re-election coming up soon. I might want to get to the White House. Come on. Boy, that oil lobby really helps a guy get to the White House. The permits issued Friday do not include the process known as cyclic steaming. It's similar to fracking, but uses steam instead of water. It's the type of process Chevron uses at an oil field in the Central Valley that leaked more than 1.3 million gallons of oil and water last summer. Why is this in the article, and why do I bring this up? Because if anyone presses Gavin Newsom on this, people go, yeah, but he picked a safer version. He'll go with this. This was approved by an independent, remember I just showed you that? An independent laboratory, and it's safer than the other way. I grow my own heroin. That's what I'm selling you, my homegrown organic heroin. I'm selling that to your children. It's not like that bad heroin that those criminals do. That's what they're trying to say. Fracking is awful for the environment. It's awful. It poisons the water. There's cancer clusters. There's all the health effects. I just showed you this article. And maybe causing alarming health effects. That's from 2014. They only do it in poor communities. But it'll be the... It's unbelievable. This is that lesser of two evils, neoliberal, stupid mentality. Hey, wait a minute now. And literally, we've seen blue check people say this about Joe Biden as the better of the two rapists. He's better than Trump. Literally, women have said, if I had to pick between two rapists, I'll take the one with better policies. So if we have to, how about no fracking? How about no rapist candidates for president? How about that? Gee, there is a guy that has no women accusing him. His name is Bernie Sanders. Oh, sorry. Democratic Party shuns him, and he won't call out the corruption of the Democratic Party. So we're stuck with this, the lesser of two frackings. Hey, Ted Bundy didn't eat his victims like Jeffrey Dahmer. He was just come on. He just murdered young women, but he wasn't a cannibal. That's what we have. Those are our choices. The lesser of two rapists for president, and the lesser of two frackings. I wonder who donated to Gavin Newsom's campaign in 2018. God, I love OpenSecrets.org. Transport Workers Union, Caterpillar. Okay, jobs, but what do they do? Fracking. We could, I got no problem giving a union workers and Caterpillar job, giving them jobs. Why don't we give them we've been talking high-speed rail for 10 years and the money just got thrown into a well and no one knows what happened to it. Why not solar panels? Why not, we should be making ventilators in California with Californian labor, with people that have lost their jobs specifically. You just got laid off. We got a job for you making N95 masks at a field, at a factory. At a couple, we just opened up 4 different factories in California. If you were laid off, you're first in line for a job. Good union paying jobs. That's what this stimulus plan just gave us. No, the stimulus plan didn't. It gave most of the money to banks and it gave us table scraps. So I got no problem with workers, but this is like, we don't need to give them work fracking and poisoning our water, because these workers, their kids are going to drink poisoned water too. So think it through. But let's walk up the line. Oh, Bank of America donated. Bank of America is one of the big banks that totally invests in fracking, invested in the Dakota Access Pipeline. Northrop Grumman, a defense contractor. Good for business. War is good for business. Service Corp International, that sounds sketchy as fuck. Citigroup Inc., another bank. HNTB Holdings. Who's HNTB Holdings? Let's see who they are. Gotta love OpenSecrets.org. Gotta love them. I love that. I don't know who runs it. I love you. These are the top recipients from HNTB Holdings. Team Holcomb, which is this shady ass thing. friends of this candidate, that candidate. Gavin Newsom for governor, they gave 16 grand. Villagrosa for governor. So, they, Republican Party of Florida, when a company gives to both Republicans and Democrats, what does that tell you about A, that company, and B, our political system? I love the Democratic Party is better. They both get financed with the same filthy corporations. Georgia House Republicans, so they're donating to Republicans in Florida, in Georgia. Gavin Newsom for governor. But who is HNTB? Construction services, engineering, architecture, and construction. HNTB Holdings, they're a PAC out of Kansas City that does construction. Weird that they would donate to a governor who then would approve 24 fracking permits, which is construction. Boy, Gavin Newsom sure is presidential. That's how you get to the White House. Take money from corporations, put on a brave face to make your dumb constituents think you're some kind of fighting for them progressive when you're not. Or a right wing, I'm going to stick it to the fat cats in D.C. No, you're owned by them. This is just a sampling of the total donations HNTB did in 2018. Total Democrats, 37 grand. Total Republicans, 56 grand. Now, this is in 42 and 58. Why did they give more to Republicans? Because in 2018, that was before, right? So Republicans controlled the House. That's why they gave more money to Republicans. I guarantee you in 2019, those numbers aren't released yet, but in 2019, they will have given more money because in remember when we took over, the Democrats took over the House in 2018, the midterms. They all got sworn in January of 19. So that's when there was more. And I guarantee you they started giving more money. Who's ever in charge, they're going to give their money to. But look, Democrats, Republicans alike, this is just a sampling of them. So that's Gavin Newsom. Sitting there talking tough, you know, like, and I'm watching, like, wow, he sounds like a good leader. That's your job as governor. We're in the middle of a fucking crisis. You should be like setting up hospitals. That's your job. Like, it's so, our leadership is so shitty and corrupt in this country. We got to watch Trump fucking step on his dick 10 times a day doing this, talking about, oh, we're all gonna be back by Easter, and well, you know, listen to that idiot. So the bar is so low that when a guy just is doing what you're supposed to do as a governor, you've told all your residents of your state you can't work, to stay at home. There's a stay-at-home order in California. We've had it for 2 weeks now. You should be doing that, prepping for it. You know the numbers are coming. You get more hospitals. That's your job. But this is why you come to this show. I show you who he really is. I show you who he really is. Looks slick. He's got his hair. Boo. Don't ever vote. Don't ever vote. Don't ever vote for a Democrat again. Don't do it. They're awful. So are the Republicans. They're awful. Why are they awful? They're all paid by the same assholes. These assholes pay these assholes. This construction asshole company. And you know what we could be doing? We could put this construction company to work redoing our infrastructure. We could have a Green New Deal that put everybody to work. We should be putting everybody to work making masks and ventilators, but it's just filthy scams for fracking, which is going to kill our planet and the human race. Good luck, though. Hope you got to be governor for a couple of years. Thanks for watching the show. Shave your knuckles for justice. Hey, everybody. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification button and the subscribe button, even if you've done it before, because they're unsubscribing, many of you, every day. Watch the ads all the way through. If you click skip ad, I don't get paid. Also, support us at patreon.com/Graham Elwood or rockfin.com/Graham Elwood. Rockfin.com is a blockchain cryptocurrency platform. All my videos are on Rockfin ad-free. Thanks for watching.